Hey Facebook friends and YouTube. Okay, now I'm going to do a video on the topic of drugs. So this covers not only like street drugs like heroin and marijuana, but also prescription drugs. So 1 Peter 5:8, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour. So if there's any substance that does not enable you to be sober-minded, then it would count as a drug, and it would be something that we are not supposed to do. Be sober-minded is a command. We should always be sober and in our right mind. Ephesians 5:18, do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit. So anything that makes you feel drunk is not good. Even like NyQuil, probably, even like Advil PM, Excedrin PM. I had this experience one time where I took an Advil PM and I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt like this pressure on my face, and I was having a nightmare at the time. And in my nightmare I was saying like, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. And then I woke up and I was saying that, and I felt like this pressure on my face, and then I said that and it went away. And that was an Advil PM. So anyways, I think even stuff like that seems harmless, that kind of counts as a drug. So do not get drunk with wine. Do not get drunk with Advil PM or any of that stuff too. 1 Peter 4:7, the end of all things is at hand. Therefore be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. So we give the best prayers and we are self-controlled and sober-minded. Romans 13:13. Let us walk properly as in the daytime, not in orgies and drunkenness, not in sexual immorality and sensuality, not in quarreling and jealousy. So not in drunkenness. Like there was this whole phenomena thing of like being drunk in the Spirit, but that just seems really weird because Paul says many times to not appear drunk. So Titus 2, older men are to be sober-minded, dignified, self-controlled, sound in faith and love and in steadfastness. Proverbs 21, wine is a mocker, strong drink a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. So yes, Jesus drank wine, but all things in moderation. So if you drink wine to the point of where you are mocking people, then you drank too much. If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him. We need to be careful about what we put in our body. If it's hurting our body, then God doesn't like it. And if it's destroying your body, then it says God will destroy him. So God takes it really seriously when we do anything that would hurt our body. Hosea 4:11 says, whoredom, wine, and new wine, which take away the understanding. Doesn't say more about that, but anything that takes away our understanding is bad. Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. 1 Corinthians 15:33. So if you hang out with bad company, they will corrupt your morals. 2 Timothy 4:5, as for you, always be sober-minded, endure suffering, do the work of an evangelist. 1 Corinthians 6:12, all things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful, but I will not be enslaved by anything. So clearly, prescription medications where you're enslaved and you're addicted is not biblical. We should not be addicted to anything. And I suppose that could even include coffee. If you can't go one day without coffee, then that's bad. Anything that you feel like you need it to survive, then that's not good. Including food. That's why fasting was practiced a lot in the Old Testament, and it still should be practiced sometimes by people. Some people think it's outdated, but it is still a really good thing to do. So anyways, I hope those verses helped any of you. And the other big thing is that we are supposed to abide by the governing authorities and submit to the law. So if anything is against the law, we obviously should not do it. But even when things are legal, like marijuana is legal in Colorado and some states, that doesn't make it okay. You can just look up on YouTube, just search side effects of marijuana, and it causes your brain to shrink. It kills its brain cells. It affects long-term memory. So there's a lot of bad side effects. Just like smoking, any kind of smoking, marijuana, cigarettes, anything. It's really bad for you. So I hope you all will think about that, and hopefully you won't do drugs. And if you have kids, please show them this video and make your own videos about your own stories about drugs and maybe how they affected you or how they affected somebody that you know. So may God bless you all. Take care.